Check out thechosenprime.com in the link in the description below for this and other great items.
Alright everyone, welcome to another RSC Reviews. I'm your host Diecast, and today we have Titans Return, Legends Class, Seaspray. And we'll take a quick look at the packaging up here. I do like this up at the top. It says a fantasy scene, because it's about going through water. So, yeah. Here you have a nice picture of Seaspray in his vehicle mode. You get Seaspray, Legends Class, ages 8+, Transformers up the side, and Generations up at the top corner. Of course, you do have both his robot mode and vehicle mode on the back, and he is 8 steps. And that is pretty much it. Here his bio. And let's go ahead and take a quick look at Seaspray. He has a completely yellow face, which I believe is painted because the top has a little chip there, and it's white underneath. So this is not a yellow plastic. Then you have a little black for the eyes right there. Some nice molded detail in there for his face mask. You have these nice temp graphs on the chest, and also one on his gun right there. A little bit of red paint on the end of the gun. You get the nice boots. The white isn't quite as coated as it should be, but I think that's pretty normal from what we get from Hasbro. It doesn't look horrible. It just could have used an extra coat like normal. You do get the spinning propellers on the back here, and then this is all blue plastic, yellow plastic, and more yellow plastic and blue plastic. He's yellow, blue, white, and there you have Seaspray. His head can rotate left and right. It's just very hard to do, and I wouldn't recommend doing it with your nail because you may chip the yellow paint on his face. His arms can do a full 360 because they're on a ball joint. They can go up almost all the way to go out about that far. You can push it a little bit, try and straighten it out. His elbows are ball joints, so he can do actually a little bit more than 90 degrees, which is fine. I mean, you know, you gotta expect something. No waist swivel. His knees are on ball joints. But he can only get out about that far. I don't know why they didn't notch this upper leg just a little bit. That way he could kick his leg out, but for whatever reason they chose not to do that. Also, this piece, and I don't know why, is separate. Maybe that way you can move the head a little bit easier if you want. But they do have a separate piece for that. And that was also probably maybe a little bit easier to get the propellers on. I don't know. I'm not a toy designer. His knees can go forward. They can go back more than 90 degrees, which is pretty good. I really do like how these pieces on the side here, they kind of lock this piece in, so that doesn't move back and forth. You still get a little bit of wiggle waggle in that piece, but not that much, just because these two tabs go into the two slots on the bottom of the leg, which lock that in. I think that's smart. That's a really good design. There's a lot of good things they did with this figure. Of course, you got the mushroom right there. And the knees, again, we said can go either that way or that way. And he's a decent figure. Just for some size comparisons, get him in here with Brawn. So here he is with Brawn. Just to give you a size comparison on these guys. And here we have Fastlane. And they all scale really nicely together. Here he is with bed cubed gears, which is just, too big. But just for that, since he's handy, figure we'll show him off. Get these guys out of the way, and let's go into transformation. Another thing to note is this doesn't actually have a peg. It has a little slot right there that can go into either hand to make it look like he's holding it, but he's not actually holding it. So you can also plug this on the front of him in robot mode if you like that little chunkier look. I personally don't like that just because it hides these Tampo decals and makes his Autobot emblem look like it's on his crotch. A little bit too low. Just a little bit. So I only like to plug this on for vehicle mode. And before we get into vehicle mode, the first thing you want to do, we're going to flip up this panel right here. Because in order to plug this in, that has to be, or in order to get this out of the way, this can't be plugged in yet. So plug that in. Next thing you want to do is come down to the back and just pull this whole assembly out, and it'll rotate up. Now this is one thing that really annoys me about this figure. This panel right here is just meant to cover up his face, but they have all this space in here, so there's no reason the head couldn't have folded into this empty cavity. I'm not sure what this empty cavity is for. I'm not sure if you're supposed to put a Titan Master in there. Let's get one out. No, I have that. Yeah, that's probably exactly what it's for. Here you go. We have Hot Rod, who can ride in there if you want. But yeah, I would have much rather even give you a little hole for the head, which is right there. That's where the little Titan Master head can go through. I think. There we go. So yeah, Titan Master can fit in there. But I would have much rather the head be able to fold in than for it to have the Titan Master gimmick. But that's just my opinion. And you want to fold in the waist and these legs. Make sure you open up these back panels here on the legs, and just fold the legs up just like that. Get these arms turned around to the back. Fold this leg up, same way. And then you just want to tab the legs together to make the front of the boat. Then bring the arms around, and the arms will tab in right on the back. See the slot right there, and then the tab right there, and get those tabbed in. Make sure the legs are all pushed in, lined up. And there you have Seaspray in his vehicle mode. Not incredibly hard transformation at all. Like I said, the Titan Master can ride in there if you want him to. Just like that. His legs should be able to go through. Looks very uncomfortable. But you got the Titan Master riding in there, and you can see the Titan Master's head boop, right through that little hole there. And there you have Seaspray. And I think it's a really good representation, other than the head, of course, which I really don't like. And I wish the Titan Master didn't have to take away from the transformation of Seaspray. It's been a while since we've got a G1 solid Seaspray, and they did a really good job with this for what they could. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Let's do a quick size comparison. Alright, so here he is with Brawn and Fastlane, just for a size comparison, and I think they size fairly well. Seaspray is a little bit longer than Brawn, but about the same size as Fastlane. So there you have Titans Return Legends Class Seaspray. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Facebook at Reviews by Diecast, and we'll see you next time.